Hi, I'm Vanessa Silberman. Here are a few quick tips for bands and artists starting their careers in music.
Do it yourself, motherfucker.
Some things to really consider, especially in the beginning stages, is asking yourselves as an artist or as a band collectively, what is your message? What is the purpose of your music? When people are listening to your music or seeing you live, what is the message that you want them to receive? Also, it could be considered like a mission statement or kind of like a motto. These items really work collectively in correlation with two other things that I'm going to mention as tips. That is branding and then also goals. These things, you don't have to figure everything out at first, but having a few of these items really defined will help you find a clear path and steps to take to get in the direction you want to go. Some examples for goals. You could come up with a few short term goals and then a few long term goals for you as an artist or a band. I'll give you some examples. And might be over the next year, you want to put out an EP. So maybe some short term goals would be as a band or as an artist coming up with like 20 songs to pick from for the new EP and then taking the steps to practice them, get all the parts together, and then coming up with the money to record that EP. And then the next step after that would be something like promotion and figuring all those pieces out. But you want to start with the small steps. And then some bigger long term goals could be you want to hear your music on the radio, or you want a certain number on Spotify, or you want to tour with a certain band. It all just depends on you as an artist or as a band, as a unit. There is no right or wrong answers here. And it's just things for you to consider. And also, when people receive this message or your goal that you're trying to hit, the visual aspect of taking your music and matching it with a visual is so important. So something to help you as an artist or your band get in the right direction would be considering how do your visuals look? What does your logo look like? And can you create this? And then also, how do you all as a band look on stage? How does your artwork look? And something that's really helpful sometimes is visiting other artists or bands who've influenced you and seeing what their art looks like. You can also get inspiration outside of music from fashion, from art, from design, and try and figure out how you can implement this into your own music. But these three main things, your goals, your mission statement, your message, your purpose, and then also your branding, the visual aspects of your band or you as an artist is so important. Also, some great examples for visual artists is if you think about Chappell Roan, Madonna, you think about bands from the grunge Seattle scene, flannel. You can think about like David Bowie. These are all extremely visual artists. Even if you think about punk bands, there's something that goes along with the visual and the music that you get. So these are some things to consider. I hope these tips have helped.